All right, I am going to put on my lashes for, like if you're going to be just wearing lashes for the day, putting them on in the beginning of the day and then taking them off at night. This is what I do. I do two different techniques, I guess, depending on how long I'm going to wear them. So this one is for if you're just wearing it for the day. And I use this Whisper Light. It comes in black on one side and clear on the other side. And the control kit comes with these tweezers. And I think they also come with these little things that you put on the ends. They're called wandums. So I always keep these little silicone tips on my Lashify tweezers. And then because I have used the Kiss Falscara kit, comes with these tweezers. So I use both of them. You don't have to. If you only have these ones, I would recommend starting out with the tips off and then putting them on for the last part. But I'll explain it when I get there. Okay. So the other thing I want to mention is that I do reuse lashes. I clean them. So if I'm just going to be wearing lashes for the day, I use that as an opportunity to use my reused lashes. And I also like to have reused lashes on hand because if I'm wearing them throughout the week and one of them is getting loose or I have to, I lose one throughout the week, I don't have to use a brand new lash. Okay, so anyway, I start out with the black Whisper Light, and it's probably not going to be like the greatest angle, but you just kind of put on a thin coat, kind of like mascara. And I do try to get this as close to the root as possible. And I also want to make sure that I get some on the inner corner here and on the outside, because that's where mine tend to lift more. And because they're on the ends, sometimes I find that my application on the ends can be a little sparse. So there's the Whisper Light. I don't know if I can show you, but it's not a whole lot. So I do one eye and then I'll do the other eye. And part of, like with any lash glues, even with strip lashes, they want you to wait until the glue gets tacky. So it's kind of the same thing with this. So that's why I'll put the glue on one eye and then I'll go to the other eye and put glue there so that it has time to kind of dry down a little bit. Okay, I think that's done. And again, I don't know if you can see this, but it's not a whole lot. Sometimes I'll put, again, like a little, I'll just like dab a little on the ends in case I need that. But I don't know, I don't feel like you necessarily need to. Just depends on your experiences and what you feel like you need. This is what works for me. I don't know if it works for other people, but I've trial and errored. I've tried a lot of things, and this is what seems to work for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the clear side. The clear side is this little brush. It's not looking very white because as you're gonna see, I dot a little bit on top of the black Whisper Light, so it's looking a little gray. So I just dot a little bit near the root. They say that you want to apply your lashes with the base 1 to 2 millimeters away from your lash line. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is just to put a little bit of the clear or the white
at the base. And what that does is it just gives like a more solid layer of glue at the base, which is like, you know, it's the base. It is important to have a solid base. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just dotting it. Okay. I don't know how well you're able to see that, but I just dotted like a little bit on the bottom. Okay, now I should be ready to apply lashes. So again, I'm going to use these Kiss tweezers, and I'm going to take my reused lashes. They don't need to last super long because I'm just wearing them for the day. So, okay. So I usually put 12s on the outside, and I just stick them close to the outside. I work from the outside in. I know some other people don't, but that's what I like to do. These are 12s, and then I'm going to go in with some 14s. And I don't overlap them. I just put them next to each other. So 14, 14, and then another 12. On the inside. Okay, and again, like you don't want them to be like super close to your lash line. I'm trying to show, but it's hard. There should be a little gap between the base of these lashes and your lash line. If you get too close to your lash line, it can get kind of irritating when you blink. So now I have these tweezers with the little silicone tips, and what I do from here is I just press the base of the lashes. I forgot what they call this. Fusing. Yeah, they call it fusing. So first I start by doing the base. I know in a lot of videos people will go this way to try to do all of it at once. I don't really like doing that because I feel like it's better to do it like little bits at a time. But anyway, so now I'm fusing from the root to the tip, and this just sticks my natural lashes to the false lashes from the root to the tip. So now it's pretty seamless, and you shouldn't have any edges like lifting up from here. So that's one eye done. Okay, now I'm just gonna do the other one. So I already have glue over here. It's pretty sticky. And I didn't mention this with the other eye, but sometimes my like lower lashes will get stuck to my top lashes. So I take the back and I just make sure that my lower lashes are unstuck. And now I'm gonna take these Falscara tweezers again. I'm gonna take 12s on the outside and put them on the ends. And I usually, like, this is just me. I don't know about other people, but I usually have like some of my natural lashes. I don't know how to word this. The false lashes are not stuck to the very end lashes on this side, because I find that like those baby lashes on the very edge have a hard time holding things up. So what ends up happening is that my false lashes kind of end up like hanging on the end. So that's just me. Everyone's eyes are different, but that's something that I kind of had to learn. Okay, so And I'm just going to put these 14s right next to the 12s. And another 14 right next to that. And the more you do this, the more you're gonna kind of learn, like, your eyes are not the same shape. Some of them are gonna be like, one of my eyes is wider than the other, so it like goes higher. I think this one is higher and this one is a little smaller, but this one is like not as wide, but it's a little bit longer than this one. So one nice thing about that is that for this eye, I had this lash where like there were some little lashes that were falling off. So I took these tiny scissors and I just cut a little bit. So this one's a little bit thinner than the other lashes, and that's okay for this eye because I don't need the lashes to take as much space. Just a little tip. So now I'm taking the Lashify tweezers and fusing the lashes. So I'm starting at the base and then I'm fusing up to the tip of the lashes. And that is pretty much it. So now I'm done. They feel pretty secure. And these are going to last until I want to take them off later today. They feel a little sticky when I do this, but I'm not like doing this all day. So if it's a typical day and I'm just like, you know, casually hanging around, I'll just stop here. If you want a little more security, or like if you're going to go like in a hot tub or a sauna or something, you probably do want to seal it. So this is glass and it's just a clear coat that you put on top to seal everything in. And so I like this little ball on the end, and I'll just put some on the very end near the base, and then I'll do a line to the inside, and then I do a bunch in the inner corner. And then I like to take this ball part and go on top of the lashes to kind of like seal it. And then I'll take the spoolie part and just go underneath and on top. Sometimes if you have a lot of the formula on your brush, you can kind of get beads. So the spoolie part is nice to kind of distribute that. So I'm going to do that one more time. The end into the inside. I go on top. And again, I'm trying to get as close to the base as possible when I'm on top. If you get some on your skin, it's probably, I've never had an adverse reaction to that. I do try to avoid it, but it's never caused me any problems. Now I just do that and now I'm done. That is it. So I say that I could probably do this in about 7 minutes. I didn't time it today. I was probably a little slower today than normal because I was talking, but I have timed it before and it takes me about 7 minutes from beginning to end when I'm doing this. Anyway, that's it. Hope that's helpful.